All right, we are live on Facebook. Welcome to the Seeds Storyteller Series with Anna, Adelyn, Willow, and Pax Wall. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you for joining us. This is so awesome. Anna, will you tell us who, I'm going to share this to our pages. Will you tell us who is with you?
Yes. Okay. So these are my kiddos. This is Adelyn, and Adelyn founded Art by Adelyn, her charity. This is Pax, and Pax has a company called Bemused Honey. He's a beekeeper, and then Willow in the back here has a charity called the French Unicorn.
Welcome, you guys. Thank you for joining us. This is just such a treat. So we are going to hear from each one of these guys in a moment. But right now, Anna and I are going to kick everything off as soon as I share it to her page. Here we go. Okay.
Right.
Anna and I are going to kick off our conversation, just the two of us. But before we get to the conversation with Anna, who's one of the more inspiring and just extraordinary people I know in the entire world. Thank you for joining, girl. I just want to give a quick context, you guys, and tell you what this is and what we're going to be doing, just so you know. So this is the Seeds Storyteller Series, and the idea for this is to connect you with friends of ours around the world who are doing all kinds of amazing things in different ways, this kind of prismatic beauty of our community. Some are activists, philanthropists, entrepreneurs, artists, and the idea is, as we listen to each other's stories and as we really take in kind of what it is that these incredible people are doing in small and big ways and local and global ways, we kind of find more clues for the road for our own journeys. So our invitation to you as you watch is to pay attention to what inspires you, what troubles you, what excites you, and please kind of lean in and be a part of the conversation, comment, share with your people, in whatever, private message us so we can kind of continue this ripples of conversations in the days to come. And then for me, just so you guys know, my name is Sarah Davison-Tracy. I'm the founder of Seeds of Exchange, and Seeds of Exchange is a community of everyday people just looking to light up the world and make a difference together. And it's just the most extraordinary community of folks that I love to be able to share one by one with you. And Anna is one of those incredible peeps. So thank you, girl, for joining.
Thank you for all the great work you're doing.
Yeah, we have a good time. And Anna, though we are on Zoom, she and her family live just a couple miles from us. So we're both coming to you from Denver, Colorado. And wherever you're joining us from, welcome. We believe there are no accidents. And if you hopped onto this live now or one of the replays, we believe that's the stuff of destiny. So thank you for joining. And before we dive into the conversation, we want to start with the way we do most everything, meetings or events, and that's just to take a place of pause, to take a breath, because I know for Anna, she had several meetings this morning. She's raising 3 kids. This is still winter break for us. There's a lot of balls and juggling going on, and we know that to do the work that we're supposed to do in a way that feels really good, sometimes we got to just take a breath and kind of ground and center into our hearts. So I'm going to read just I didn't mention this. I wrote 2 books last year. Oh my gosh, it's 2019. Happy New Year. And one of my books is called Soulfully Ablaze, and it has 40 of these places of pause, which I wrote because I need so desperately. So we're just going to take 20 seconds and have a moment to pause and catch your breath. So I invite you, wherever you are, as long as you're not driving, to close your eyes and just feel whatever it is you're sitting or standing on. Sometimes we're moving so fast we don't even feel that stuff. And take a deep breath and relax your brow, your jaw. Exhale loudly. Inhale. And let go of whatever worries, burdens, or conundrums you carry. And trust that this moment right here, being a part of this conversation, is the only place you need to be. So welcome. Welcome, Miss Anna Wall.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So I'm going to read to you a very brief intro. I have a hard time being brief because these people that I'm sharing with you, I could write pages and pages and pages about. But because I want you to hear the story from her, I'm going to put on my glasses and read this to you. Anna is a mom, entrepreneur, lover of life, and cheerleader of others to find their passion and use it to be of service. Adelyn is an artist of all types, fine art, vocals, screenwriting. Willow is 10, and she is a dancer. Pax is 8, and he is a beekeeper and cartoonist. Each of these young ones is an entrepreneur and a philanthropist. This family is one that inspires from the littlest to the biggest, each lighting up the world and making a mighty difference. And as we mentioned, we're going to hear from each one of these kiddos as well as Miss Anna. So when Anna was pregnant with her eldest, Miss Adelyn, her grandmother offered some of the best wisdom she heard to date. She said this, Anna, you're not only going to be raising your children, you are also raising future members of society. This notion stuck with her, and she has encouraged each of her children to find their talent and use it to be of service to others. And we're going to hear about that in a minute. Anna began teaching art in 2012 throughout schools in Denver, and then in the spring of 2016, she founded the Art Barn, renovating an old barn into an eclectic art studio to share with her students. Currently, she is starting a branch of her business called the Art Barn Cart, which is in the process of becoming a 501c3. She is offering in the Art Barn Cart the Art Barn curriculum to cancer patients as they receive chemo treatments, as well as art kits to take home with them. So Anna, what is it that fueled this incredible new element of the Art Barn in the Art Barn Cart? What is it that is inspiring and pulsing in you to make you decide to do this and commit to this in the way that you are?
Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
So I have someone who is near and dear to me who is fighting cancer right now. And I've spent a lot of time over the past year in chemo rooms with this dear one. And during that time, I've had moments of realizing what people with serious illness really have to face. Just looking around these rooms with all of these people and imagining the fear inside of them as they're going through chemotherapy. And that was the inspiration for me, realizing how much tapping into our creative and artistic sides, which all of us have. There's so many people who say, oh, I'm not creative. All of us have it. It's such a way to cope with life's challenges. I found that in many moments in teaching so many children. Yeah. And so that was the inspiration for the Art Barn Cart. I was sitting there thinking, how can I help? We can do better than this, than letting these people who, many of them are alone and they don't have people to sit with them during this frightening time. What could I personally do to help? And it dawned on me, bring the Art Barn curriculum to them. So that is how the Art Barn Cart was born. And from there, I started sharing my idea with people. And I wasn't sure how it would be received or if there was already something like this out there being offered. And to my great surprise, very well received. And so I am in the new year going into St. Joe's Cancer Center and working with the staff to create this opportunity for cancer patients there. And then I have several other hospitals and medical centers throughout Colorado that I'm talking to about implementing the Art Barn Cart in their center.
So a couple things that Anna and I, when we were talking about having this conversation together and with y'all, wanted to kind of put a spotlight on is this. Number one is we wanted to share, like, she's still in the process of getting her 501c3. She's still in the process of getting the websites up and getting the messaging together. And please know that whatever dream is in you, it takes time and we need each other. She has a community of people that are all helping, doing different things. And so for those that are watching, please know that it's just one step at a time. And I invited Anna to share where she is in this part of the process, even though, and especially because it is just launching into the world, because it's really fun and quite special to be able to be a part of each other's lives as we're in different phases and stages in sharing our passion and our work with the world. So one invitation, and all of this is in the write-up for this live. So please go in and check out the links and everything. But one invitation we have for y'all to consider is on the website, the Art Barn, what is it called, Anna? Sorry.
Artbarnkids.com.
Artbarnkids.com. Also in the comments, the write-up here, is a link where you can give a gift. You can give a donation. And every $20 provides enough materials for one Art Barn kit for folks to be able to do either in the hospital or to do on their own. Is that right, Anna? Do I have that? Okay. And as she continues to roll, if that is something, if you want to be a part of, she's looking for volunteers, this is going to be a community effort. So if you know of someone, if you know of a hospital, if you have a connection for her, please post it in the comments, private message us, because we profoundly believe we need each other for this work that we're doing in the world. And the other thing I wanted to point out is another theme is, the work that Anna is doing right now comes out of pain. It comes out of watching someone that she loves so much be getting diagnosed with cancer and getting treatment for cancer. And over and over and over, we hear this among compassionate, amazing people in our community. It's, what to do with that pain and how to respond in a way that feels good to Anna and also makes the world a bit better and brighter, which is exactly what she's doing. She's using this gift of the Art Barn and connecting it with cancer treatment, cancer patients and their families. So there's something in that for all of us, right? That I think is pretty beautiful. So Anna, before we loop in with your kids, is there anything you want to say before we bring in Adelyn, more about the Art Barn Cart?
Well, just piggybacking on what you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Life is such for all of us that there are moments of cruising along, and then there are moments of valleys and difficult times.
Yeah.
And what I personally have learned in my own experience is that in those moments of darkness, it's imperative that we lean towards the light, because there is always a sparkle of light, even in the darkest moments. And that is what encompasses my entire Art Barn Cart vision. And so
your life.
Well, thank you.
Who you are.
Towards the light and bringing this little moment of light to these people who are suffering great things. So thank you for your support and anyone's support with this concept. I think that if it can get momentum and traction, that it could even go on a national level and be offered across the country and help people who are dealing with difficult illnesses.
Yes, for sure. There's a big need for it, to be sure. Okay, so shall we invite in Miss Adelyn?
Yes, I'm going to move out of the way so she can have the stage here. Thank you.
Okay. So as Adelyn comes and takes her seat, I'm going to read this. Adelyn, welcome, sister. Founded Art by Adelyn 5 years ago in 2013. Wow, it's now 6 years ago, I guess I should say. To date, Art by Adelyn has raised over $20,000 for struggling babies in the NICU at Children's Hospital, Colorado. Adelyn's efforts have offered hope for humanity with her philanthropy at such a young age. She has inspired both her peers and her elders. Adelyn has partnered and been featured by There With Care, the Denver Art Museum, the Colorado Children's Chorale, Barnes & Noble, Channel 7 and 9 News in Denver, which I included the links in the write-up if you want to watch her newscasts. And you can also check the write-up and get information about how to order her beautiful cards. So, welcome, Adelyn. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You are an incredible, first of all, full disclosure, she's one of my Sophia's besties. So we get a great chance to hang out with her just around the house and around town, which I love. So girl, will you share with people, what is it that caused you to start this amazing Art by Adelyn endeavor? Why did you do it?
So when I was 7, my mom and I were driving home from an art class that I had just taken, and I saw a man on the side of the street holding up a sign asking for help. And at that moment, I realized I wanted to use my art to help people in need. So me and my mom got home and started thinking about what I could give my art, like money from my art to. And then we realized the NICU would be a perfect place to give the money for my art to, because when I was a baby, I was in the NICU, and I wanted to give back to the NICU because they helped me so much, and I just wanted to help all those little babies that were in need in the NICU. So that's kind of what started Art by Adelyn.
That's so amazing. So when you decide, so you have this conversation with your mama after driving home that day, and what's been like one of your favorite moments in all of the Art by Adelyn kind of fun times that you've had at Children's Hospital or around the country doing all of these different things? Will you share a story of like just one highlight of you were like, wow, this is a really cool moment. I love this.
Yeah, so when I think the first time I delivered a check, so I was 7, Children's Hospital let me tour the NICU. And so when I was back there, they shared with me what my money was going to, and it just was really amazing to see that like what I was doing helped get these hats and like the blankets, everything these babies needed. And it just, it was really amazing to see what my money was going to.
Cool. Okay, and what's one thing you're looking forward to in the days to come in the Art by Adelyn world?
Well, eventually I hope that Art by Adelyn will grow bigger, and I'll be able to give money to not just the NICU, but to like the whole Children's Hospital, to all the other kids in the hospital.
So cool. Okay, and actually, let me go back. Let me share. That's amazing. Will you share with everyone? So you did mention this. So Art by Adelyn started with you taking your beautiful works of art that are on canvas and turning them into greeting cards.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So those are sold at Barnes & Noble still, or only? Yes?
Barnes & Noble.
Okay. Okay. And then there's a link on the Art by Adelyn Facebook page, right, Anna, for buying the cards too. And if there's any challenges ordering those cards, please just drop them in the comments here or private message Anna or myself, and we'll make sure we loop you into the Art by Adelyn world. I just gave a card to a friend of mine for her birthday this weekend, and we just sat around in awe at how beautiful it is and how cool that there's a young woman with such vision and passion and love. So thank you so much, Adelyn, for everything you do and for who you are.
Oh, thank you.
All right. All right. Will you bring in your girl, your little sister, Miss Willow?
Yes.
We'll trade spots. So as she's grabbing Willow, Willow started the French Unicorn 3 years ago at age 7. Dang, girl. Using her love of dance, she decided she wanted to raise money for other kids to have the opportunity to dance who might not otherwise be able to take dance classes. Since she founded the French Unicorn, Willow has raised enough funds through the sales of her custom tutus and dance apparel to offer 3 other kids scholarships where she dances at Cherry Creek Dance in Denver. To place an order for any of Willow's French Unicorn swag, please check out the write-up here. And I've been able to give them to some of my family and friends, and they're so beautiful. So Willow, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So you have been a dancer and loved dance for your whole life, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh.
since I was 18 months, because when I was super little, we used to do mommy and me classes, and she would come in with me and hold my hands, and we would do ballet together.
So since you were 18 months, you've been dancing.
Yeah.
And it became kind of more because the studio where you dance, did you start at Cherry Creek Dance when you were 7? Is that right?
I started at 18 months at Cherry Creek Dance. So I've been
Oh my gosh. So you've been there for most of your life. Yeah? Okay. So what happened? Can you share with us, so you have this passion of dance, and now currently you've started this the French Unicorn, making tutus and dance apparel to give scholarships to other kids that couldn't otherwise dance. What can you connect that for us? How and why did you decide to start doing that?
Well, I love dance, and I know how much, just like if I'm having a hard day or if I'm not feeling the best, if I dance, it just really helps me. And so I wanted to give others that chance to it kind of makes you feel like you're free in a way when you're dancing. And so I wanted to give others the opportunity to dance and love it as much as I did.
That's so cool. And so I have been to your house when there's rolls and rolls of fabric all in your living room. And I was telling your mama, I've been there sometimes on a summer day, like a Saturday, and most kids are out goofing around and playing, and you have made the choice to be with your mama making tutus for the French Unicorn. Is it ever hard to be have this big vision and be a kid at the same time?
Well, it's not really difficult, but it can kind of be you have to kind of choose, either do you want to do this or do you want to do that. And so you know that you're doing the right thing when I stay inside instead of going to my favorite place for dinner or something, or my favorite lunch spot to make a tutu. So that's kind of what's important.
It's so amazing. You inspire me and make me so proud. Willow girl, thank you for everything you do and for inspiring us older folks to do something with our passion and our gifts. Thank you, girl.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. And again, links to French Unicorn is in the write-up. So please, y'all, check them out. And they're really works of art. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. All right. Will you get your little brother, Paxi?
Just real quick, Willow did bring her favorite tutu she made just to show the viewers.
Please. Thank you.
So this is my favorite tutu that I have made. It's a rainbow one.
Wow.
And it starts at red back here, and then it goes orange and all the way down to the rainbow. And it took I think it took about 2 days to make it. But yeah, it's my favorite tutu.
It's beautiful.
And
Was there anything else you wanted to share?
Well, this is one of the sweatshirts that I have, and that says "Live, Laugh, Dance," and so that's one of my favorite quotes. So,
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Anna, thanks for reminding me of show and tell. Did Addie have something that she wanted to show and tell that I missed?
yeah.
Oh, girl, come on in. Just join your sister or take the stage, take the spotlight.
So this is one of my new pieces of art for my new 2019 set, and it took like 4 days to make, but I love owls and I have an owl in each set, so this time I decided to do kind of an abstract owl.
Wow. Oh, that's absolutely incredible, Addie. I love it. Adelyn.
This is a stack of my cards, I think my 2016 set.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a few of those. They are true works of art. That is for sure. Thank you. Thank you, honey. All right, Pax. Pax is a beekeeper, cartoon artist, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. He started Bee Mused Honey 18 months ago. He has now acquired skills to harvest honey and has sold his first batch. In addition, he makes his own beeswax candles. Pax gives the Colorado Wildlife Foundation 100% of the profits from the sale of his honey and beeswax candles. In addition, Pax loves to draw comics. He has created a character, Bartholomew the Bee, who goes on adventures all over the world. Pax is creating Bartholomew the Bee comics to put on all of his Bee-Mused honey labels. Eventually, Pax hopes to publish his own comic book story of Bartholomew the Bee adventure. Stay tuned. Pax, my gracious, that's quite an introduction. For how old are you? Please share with our people.
I'm 8 years old.
Yeah. And you have a show and tell something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will you show us?
Sure. So these are the pictures of the bee that I'm trying to figure out which one I should draw.
Wow.
So these are kind of rough drafts of Bartholomew that he's working on.
Wow.
Character who's going on adventures, right, Pax, all over the world.
And then this is one of the beeswax candles I've made.
What holds the wax in? Is that coconut? Wow. That's amazing. I was there one day when you had been like cutting the coconut open and then carving the coconut out. I mean, you do the whole thing, right? Yeah. All right. Well, how did Mr. Pax Wall get involved with bees, and how did you choose the Wildlife Foundation? Testing.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, let's see here.
Is it something technology on my end, Anna?
I think it's on our end. Let's see here.
Did it freeze up? I can see you guys great, but I know that's a disconcerting feeling for Pax to be talking if he can't see. You can get the teenagers in for tech support, right?
Yeah, seriously. Let's see here.
Take your time, no problem. Pax, while your mom is doing that, are you able to tell us? Oh, did we get it?
I don't think so, but you can see him.
I can.
Okay, so Pax, Sarah can see you. Here's a little camera right here, so you can just keep talking to her and know that she can see you, okay?
I know that's kind of weird and hard. Thanks for dealing with technical troubles. So, honey, will you tell us what caused you to be interested in bees and become a beekeeper?
Well, I've just always loved nature, and I wanted to help conserve nature. And so, when I was 7 last year, me and my dad started harvesting honey and getting bees, and our first batch, I think, was July 9th, 2017. And so I just, we were trying to figure out what I should do because all of us start a business when we're 7. And since I had bees, I wanted to help the bees because there's a lot of places where there's people who are like putting chemicals in the beehive so they die so they don't get stung to get done.
Wow. Yeah, you've taught me a lot about bees that I didn't know. It's pretty amazing. So what happens, Pax, when chemicals kill bees? Like what happens when bees die on our planet?
Well, all the plants start dying because they can't get pollinated by the pollen that the bees get.
Got it. Wow. So do you have any favorite part of your bemused business? Do you like to harvest the honey? Do you like to make the candles? Do you like to do the comic, do the art for the labels, or do you just like it all?
I just like it all.
You do. Cool. So right now, Pax, people can't yet buy bemused honey, but that's coming, right? And also the comic books.
It's
comic book series.
I'm gonna start selling it probably at Alfalfa's in like July.
Okay. Well, stay tuned. We'll put an update here for when you can buy Pax's first batch of honey available for sale. Thank you very much, Pax, for just being the incredible person and kiddo you are. You inspire me so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude. All right, Miss Anna, come back and I want to ask you one more question and then we'll wrap up.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to take a minute to see if you can figure out, oh, did the picture come back?
No, it didn't, but that's okay.
Do you want to see if it's hidden by like a dialogue box or something, so it's not a weird feeling of talking to?
Okay, yeah, it looks like maybe it's thinking.
Okay, all right. Well, happily I can see you beautifully. So, all right, well, we'll just do it, pretend like we're on a phone call on your end, huh? So obviously your kids are amazing. And obviously they couldn't do this without some support from you. So will you talk to us a little bit about what it's like for you to hold these 3 different creative, entrepreneurial, philanthropic endeavors that each of your 3 kids have and your own, and just the everyday human needs that are in the lap and in the arms of a mama. So can you just talk to us about what's it like for you and what motivates and fuels you to kind of hold this and to fuel it in the way that you do?
Well, thank you for asking. And full transparency, it's not easy raising 3 kiddos and life being life, to fit it in. However, I've committed to because of what my grandmother told me, and it sticks with me. And
will you repeat that for people that missed it at the beginning, or do you want me to read it if you don't remember?
Sure, either way, if you have it in front of you.
You do it. Your voice.
Well, when I was pregnant with my first child, Adelyn, I was having coffee with my grandmother, and she was giving me some grandmotherly wisdom. And she said to me, I always want you to keep in mind, Anna, that you will be raising your children. However, you're not only raising your children. These are future members of society. And keep that in mind as the years go by. And she went on to say her favorite quote, which I probably won't remember, but it's along the lines of the right thing to do is always present. Society can maybe change the right thing to do, but the right thing to do is always there. And I'm not being articulate, but it stuck with me. And so I do raise Adelyn, Willow, and Pax in a way when I think of them launching into the world, and I want to raise humans who are compassionate and thoughtful and mindful and think outside of themselves. And so in embracing their interests and their passion, I'm acknowledging them and their individuality, and also encouraging and nudging them to use what they're interested in a way that can help others and give back to their community. So that's the purpose, and we make time for it. And it's not always easy, but we do.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of late nights making tutus and putting Art by Adelyn card sets together, but we make it happen.
Yeah. Yes, you do. And thank you. Okay, so let's loop real quick back to and close with what you were doing with the Art Barn cart, in case folks missed it at the beginning, or just to give a quick reminder. So why is that important to you, and why is that important in the context of our cancer treatment and hospitals today?
Well, so I really believe I really believe strongly that artistic expression is a very powerful way to cope.
Yeah.
No matter what someone's working through. And even taking an hour and having something tactile to work with, working with your hands, being able to create something and see that for a person to be able to realize their worth, and they still are capable, even if they're in the weakest moment of their life.
Yeah.
Those little bits of time that remind them of their capability and their worth, it adds up. And so I think that in being able to offer people who are dealing with serious illness an opportunity to see that even through their difficult treatments and not feeling like themselves and feeling out of body, going through something so difficult, that they're still able and capable to create and to do something worthy with their time.
Yeah.
And so I really believe that getting an art curriculum that's dignified, my projects, they're unique, and they're projects where someone can finish them and actually feel proud of them and want to display them.
Yeah.
I think that it is a powerful tool to help people dealing with serious illness or recovering from serious illness. And I'm passionate about implementing this program into as many medical centers and hospitals as I can through the Art Barn.
So again, y'all, for those that are listening, please know there's you can private message Anna or me. There's a link where you can donate. $20 will cover an Art Barn kit, an Art Barn cart kit for folks to be able to experience the hope and healing of art and the connection with one another as they do so. And before we sign off, we want to make sure that we just close with a moment of looping back to you. Those of you that have been watching, and you know, our world is moving at such a rapid pace, and there can be moments of such overwhelm and just not knowing what our next steps are, and having these gaps of how do we get from here to there in us and in the world. And we just want to encourage you to just take a moment and consider and ponder, what's one thing that's really like a seed, if you picture, what's a seed that's been planted in you by Anna or by one of her beautiful and talented and incredibly inspiring kiddos, Adelyn, Willow, and Pax, that you want to take with you, because otherwise we just are consuming stories and consuming more data in our world without having that sense of really making a difference in our hearts and in our lives and our thinking and our actions, which is really when life feels good and we do good, which are quite a beautiful combo. So if there's something that has come to you that you would be so bold and willing to share with us in the comments, please do. If it's more intimate and private, please feel free to message Anna or myself. And always, we touched on this at the beginning, but always, if you are someone that's in a place of pain and hurt and struggle in your life, because that happens as human beings, we hope that these stories have added a bit of light and bright and good juju to your day. And if you want to reach out with a specific request for love, prayer, meditation, please do, because we will promise to hold you and whatever's going on in your world close to our hearts. And please share with one live person something that you want to do different, or you want to think different, or you want to be different as a result of Anna and her kiddos' stories, because the person-to-person connection, that person might be able to remind you later about what really you were committed to. So before we sign off, Miss Anna, my dear soul sister, what's one thing, if you were just to close your eyes and consider, what's one thing you want to leave our people with? An encouragement, an inspiration, a nudge, what would that be?
Well, it's inspired by my oldest daughter, Adelyn. Recently, she did a news interview and was asked the same question, and her reply, non-scripted, was, don't ever doubt that the smallest gestures can make a big difference. And for her, it's selling one card at a time.
Yeah.
And if someone would have told her 5 years ago that she would have raised as much as she has for Children's Hospital, I'm not sure she would have believed that she could, but she has, because she stuck with it. And like you were saying at the beginning of this, it's about taking those small steps. And a lot of times I think we feel discouraged that maybe our efforts to help aren't enough, but they are, and they add up. So we've learned that.
Thank you. And tell Addie thank you. That's so beautiful. I love that. Okay, y'all, just a reminder, tons, like 15 different emails, Facebook profile links, all kinds of goodness is listed in the Facebook Live write-up. So please, whatever and whoever has kind of piqued your attention and captured something in you, please connect with us, follow up, make the loop of connection happen. And just remember, we want to sign off with this blessing that you are so loved, you matter, you belong, and we belong to each other. So let's stand tall together and light up the world. Okay, y'all, Happy New Year, and thank you for being a part of this conversation. Thanks, Anna.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all, kids.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, are you guys there? Pop in. I want to see your faces one last time.
Willow's here.
Okay. Thank you, girl.
Oh, here comes Pax.
Oh, good. Let's get the whole crew. All right, Paxi. Thank you, honey.
Thank you so much.
Adelyn, thank you.
Take care.
Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.